would you say to people who believe that you're only releasing these documents now to improve your standing with the president after he said that your intelligence assessments were wrong?
So yesterday, CNN's Kaitlan Collins started going after Tulsi and her intentions by using a comment that Marco Rubio, now Secretary of State, who used to be anti-Trump, Marco Rubio made when he was a senator as it pertained to the Russian hoax. And Karoline Leavitt's up there with Tulsi. Take a look.
Just on this, Director Gabbard, you referenced the past intelligence reports and assessments on this, including that 2017 one that was signed off, as Ed noted, by every Republican on the Senate Intelligence Community, including the acting chair of the time, now Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who said in a statement that they did not find any evidence of Russian collusion, but they did find, however, is very troubling, and they found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling. One, are you saying that he's wrong in that statement that he made then? And secondly, what would you say to people who believe that you're only releasing these documents now to improve your standing with the president after he said that your intelligence assessments were wrong?
Well, first, I want to correct something that you stated, which was citing the Senate Intelligence Committee's report as being one and the same. I think you said the intelligence community. The Senate Intelligence Committee has a very different function than the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. The evidence and the intelligence that has been declassified and released is irrefutable. I'm going to let Karoline speak to Secretary Rubio.
I'll speak to both questions. First, on Secretary Rubio, he put out a statement in 2020 following that Senate Intelligence Committee report, and he said what they found is troubling. We found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling, which the Director of National Intelligence just confirmed for all of you, that Russia was trying to sow distrust and chaos. But what's the outrage in this that Secretary Rubio did not say at the time, the Democrats were saying at the time, is the fact that the intelligence community was concocting this narrative that the president colluded with the Russians, that the president's son was holding secret meetings with the Russians, all of these lies that were never true. And he also said at that time, we discovered deeply troubling actions taken by the FBI under Comey, particularly their acceptance and willingness to rely on the Steele dossier without verifying its methodology or sourcing. The Steele dossier that many outlets in this room ran as the gospel truth, and it was cooked up and paid for by the Clinton campaign.
Man, Karoline Leavitt is just fantastic. Did you get the clarity that she answered that with? So you basically have Kaitlan Collins from CNN saying, oh, well, Marco Rubio said back then that there was something troubling here. And she's like, yeah, there was something troubling here, but he didn't know all of the evidence. And now we have evidence that there was a plan concocted, except it was Obama. So great answer right there. I also like how Kaitlan Collins says, what would you say because people are saying that Tulsi is just trying to get back in good standing. First off, to impugn her motives like that, there is no one in government that deserves their motives impugned less than Tulsi Gabbard. Again, have you ever seen a clip of Tulsi Gabbard flat out lying or being caught in some crazy thing or anything like just absolutely no. And also, what would you say about people who say that? You mean you said it? You mean you said it, lady, right? Why don't you say I believe this and that's why I'm saying it, okay? These games don't work on us anymore. Free speech is under attack, but Rumble refuses to back down. We've always believed in empowering voices no matter how unpopular, and now we're taking that fight to the next level. When major advertisers conspired to pull their dollars, even brands like Dunkin' Donuts turned their backs, claiming Rumble had a right-wing culture. But we're not here to fit a mold, we're here to defend free expression. To strengthen this mission, we're excited to offer Rumble Premium, a completely ad-free experience with exclusive benefits for viewers and creators. You'll find exclusive content from creators like Russell Brand, Dr. Disrespect, Timcast, and the Mug Club with Crowder. It's more than a subscription, it's a stand for free speech. Your voice matters. Join Rumble Premium. For a limited time, you can get $10 off an annual plan using promo code Rubin. Visit rumble.com/premium/Rubin and claim your discount today. Together, we can turn the tide. Whether you join Rumble Premium or simply keep watching, your support helps keep free speech alive. But then let's get to the answer to that question. Did Tulsi do this to improve her standing with Donald Trump?
As for your second question, Kaitlan, I think who is saying that she would release this to try to boost her standing with the president? Who has said that?
Well, the president has publicly undermined her when it came to Iran. He said she was wrong. He told me that she didn't know what she was talking about. That was on Air Force One on camera.
The only people who are suggesting that the Director of National Intelligence would release evidence to try to boost her standing with the president are the people in this room who constantly try to sow distrust and chaos amongst the president's cabinet, and it is not working. I am
Bill Barr.
I will just answer your question directly. I am with the President of the United States every day. He has the utmost confidence in Director Gabbard. He always has. He continues to. And that is true of his entire cabinet, who is all working as one team to deliver on the promises this president made.
You know, Kaitlan, you are not a good journalist. You are not a good journalist. You're obviously an activist, and I get it. You work at CNN, so like nobody's really listening other than you offer us some sound bites. But when there was that little tension between Tulsi and Trump during the Iran thing just a couple weeks ago, it was because people had selectively edited video of her testifying about Iran's nuclear weapons, where they showed, I think, 18 seconds of it. We played it here, where they showed about 18 seconds where she was like, Iran's not looking for a bomb. And then they cut it there. And then the next sentence was, but they've escalated it. And now they are blah, blah. And then Trump was confronted with that and basically was like, that's not true. So just everything you people say is a lie. But also, just really think about it. Like the gall of her to be like, Tulsi just came with receipts, right? She said irrefutable evidence and she has receipts. They're going through emails right now. They're going through all of this stuff. Will anything come of it? I don't know. It is very likely that nothing. When I always say it, like nobody pays the price. We never see anyone hauled away or anything else. I don't know what will happen here. But that on day one of this, you're impugning Tulsi Gabbard's motives is completely and utterly insane. And you would never do it. Not would never do it. You never did it when you thought it was the other way around, did you? Did you?